was a good day. Come on, what happened? Alright, how about let's come get your shoes on, please? Toddler challenges. It's a good day, though. Got a good night's sleep. My sunglasses. Without my sunglasses, even on an overcast day, I can't see out there, and it makes the run much more complicated. All right, done with the run. That was actually really rough. I think we run it a little fast today, probably because it was so nice outside. I'm like hot though. I wore too much gear today. Oh my gosh, beautiful out. It doesn't make sense that it's 60 degrees outside in February, but I'll take it. Going to lunch. We had some trouble making a decision, but I think we're gonna go get Mexican food. I don't know why that was such a tough decision. We're so spoiled. Going to a place called Caesars. One of the things I've always found interesting about Caesars is they use Groupon, and they use Groupon a lot. I think Groupon gets a bad rap sometimes still. Like there's something about Groupon that I think is like, there's a nugget there that's like really valuable and people overlook it. Caesars does a lot of Groupons, and they've been doing Groupons for a long time, and I think it's working because Caesars seems to be doing well. They've been in business for a while. I got like a bear burrito, so no tortilla, which is great because I ate like a shit ton of tortilla chips, completely negating my goal of not eating the carbs. I'm not going to defend Groupon. You know, I feel like a lot of people have some justifiable complaints about some of Groupon.
What are you thinking about doing right now?
Do you know about the open container carry law in Chicago?
Not really. I don't think anybody understands it.
Technically, it's legal to carry this down the street in Chicago. This is a margarita.
I know we talked to a cop about this, but I'm not sure. I still don't think we understand the rule here.
No, I think sometimes the cops don't understand the rule. The rule is you can carry this. You can't drink it when you're on the sidewalk.
I think she's right. We have a cop friend. He's like, most cops don't actually understand the alcohol carry rules in Chicago. They might try to give Lynette a ticket, but it wouldn't be valid unless they actually see her drink the drink. But then there's something I know people get on Groupon about, which is the whole concept of daily deals. You'll find a lot of people complaining that, hey, you know, the whole Groupon model doesn't work, right? It's, you know, providing these discounts, it's a race to the bottom for vendors. When vendors do a Groupon, they get inundated with tons of people that they can't support, who don't pay tips, who are getting a discount. The vendor, you know, gets like, they don't even just get half, right? They get a quarter of what they normally would get if you walked in the door without a Groupon. I didn't realize Lynette's serious about taking this margarita outside. I mean, I recognize it actually might be legal, but I think there's some other things that we're not covering here. Completely valid complaint. Again, I'm not here to defend that. I know that that's happened. I mean, I see it. All right, it's like 60 degrees out. It's a beautiful day. I thought it was going to be overcast today, but it's not. And so you know what this means? I got to go fly the drone. I was asking a waiter today at Caesars, and he mentioned Groupon has been really good for them, and it's had some disadvantages. Hi, Zach.
Hi.
How's it going?
You're good, man.
You too, man. It always kind of makes me think, Groupon can't be all bad if Caesars has been doing it for years and continues to do it. What's interesting I noticed about Caesars is they've taken measures kind of against some of the problems with Groupon. For firmware update. I gotta update some firmware before I fly this thing now. This is taking forever. There's a sign that has been in Caesars for a while that mentions, if you come in with a Groupon, we're gonna automatically charge you an 18% tip. All right, apparently it's done. clearly Caesars is taking measures because they recognize the value of Groupon, but they're taking measures to protect themselves against some of the negatives of using a Groupon. But I know a lot of people like to throw Groupon into just this pile of like, Groupon is a terrible idea, daily discounts is a terrible idea, when I don't think that's true. Time to cook. We're cooking. I'm making burgers. I have my trusty grill tools. I'm not a huge fan of any specific kind, but I got this cool Weber grill oven mitt. Ever since the beginning of Groupon, of that mailing list of an interesting daily deal every single day, I was so interested. We purchased a ton of them. It was one of those, the only place I could kind of go to get a notification of something new that was going on, something that was kind of out of reach or I would never have tried before, whether it was a new restaurant that was coming out or whether it was, going to Wrigley Field and participating in one of those rooftop decks. I will say one grilling tip that I have learned that has worked pretty well is using this to judge temperature, although I don't know if it works on it doesn't work on burgers that well, but it works on steaks really well. So use this to test the doneness. So this is rare, medium, well. And just by like touching this gives you kind of practice. If your meat feels like this when you touch your pinky and your thumb, this is well done. If it's like this, it's still rare when your meat feels like that. And today, now I'm interested in doing a rooftop deck if I don't even have a Groupon. I mean, that's kind of the point of what the Groupon was all about. Kind of giving me a taste of something I wouldn't have had otherwise, and maybe I'll do it again. Hey, grill partner, how's it going? How was school today? Good. Awesome. Again, I'm not going to defend this. There's a lot of problems associated with deep discounts and people expecting constant discounts and the business owner giving up all of this revenue and profit in order to support doing something with Groupon, and Groupon still just making tons of profit. Again, no defense at all. My other tip is to have a grilling partner. It's more fun to grill with a grilled partner. Get the cheese out of here. So now we have 8 burgers. This is a lot of cheese we got to get out of here. We're kind of a mess.
Daddy, help please. What?
You are helping big time. I don't know where I would put these. I think I've already lost one because it fell. The cheese on one side, we got the buns on the other. There's a flame underneath the buns. That's all on indirect heat, just kind of hopefully staying warm. What I am trying to defend, though, is I think there's a nugget of an idea that people overlook because they throw the baby out with the bathwater, right? And I'm not saying Groupon is all bad either. There's a lot of interesting things going on in Groupon today. A lot of smart people working there, working on things that maybe weren't even the core of the business 5 years ago. They recognize some of the problems and they're trying to grow the business like we all are. Okay, too much heat on the buns. Buns are now too cooked. Mama, we need some more help with the buns. But I think there's just something interesting that we do to a lot of businesses. When we see it not work out, we just immediately assume that idea is terrible. When really, was it that or was it just, execution of the idea or even execution of parts of the idea? And we miss the details. We miss the things that are actually really good ideas. Craft, I was just giving you some trouble about your cheese, but it's a good thing it's all wrapped because they all fell. No, of course not. I've got this all under control. I think it's just an interesting reminder of biases that we have. When we look at something that doesn't work out, is it just the execution? Is it, part of the execution? Or because it's rarely, I think, the whole idea is a bad idea. But we are very quick to judge the whole idea. We're very quick to say things like, what are you talking about? Instant delivery to your door? That's a terrible idea. What are you talking about? Daily discounts? That's a terrible idea. When in fact, it works. When it's figured out and when it's accomplished correctly, when the right customer uses it. No, one of them is okay-ish. Not my best grilling, guys. Well, just, there's so many burgers. A lot of moving parts. I burnt the buns. I think it's just a really great reminder to be careful with your judgment. Be careful with judging things and putting everything into a whole bucket when maybe it's just parts that don't work. And maybe these things are actually really good ideas. And if you're looking for an idea, maybe there's something there. You just have to study it a little bit more carefully. And that's my Wednesday. I hope you had a good one. Please hit the thumbs up, and if you're new here, please subscribe. I upload a new video every day talking about business and marketing and product design and psychology and just balancing a family, cooking dinner. I hope you get something out of it, and if you do, please subscribe, and I will see you again tomorrow.